I knew it was against the law and everything, but I had to make a quick call to Gina while driving. Gina was my movie date, but we were never actually dating. It was always good to walk in a theater with a hot girl. I caught a couple of the ushers staring and probably wondering why a bum like me was out with such a hottie like her. She was shorter than me with thick dark hair. The best part of her was her worn smile. I get to see that just before we hug. She felt good around the arms, and I loved the touch of the curves around her waist. That was as far as I got. You know where Morton Taylor is? She asked. Yeah, I know that road. Take that and a couple streets down, and you should come across a light. Take a left, and you should be right on the street. Tyler, you really should get a GPS. Thanks, Gina. And oh, are we still on for Halloween night? Yeah, sure. I don't have any plans. Cool. Can't wait. I'll see you then. I banked the left at the I banked the left at the light as she instructed, and suddenly I was warped into a street of the biggest and most beautiful houses my eyes had ever witnessed. The way the trees aligned reminded me of knights drawing up their sword for the majesty. It was truly majestic. I found Matt's house rather easily as Megan was already waiting for me at the foot of his driveway. I parked to the other side of the street and I didn't even shut my engine off before Megan started making comments. She said, "What took you so long? Did you leave work that late?" I didn't want Megan to know I got lost, so I replied, "I got held up in traffic. I didn't have time to go home and change." I got out and revealed my scrubs. Megan, on the other hand, looked smoking. She had on this silky black and white blouse that looked sexy enough, but she even went the extra mile to doll up her face with kissing lipstick. Her hair was perfectly braided, and a strand of it overshadowed her eye and made her look almost seductive. "Megan, you look," I chose the word carefully, "divine." "Divine?" she laughed. "Who says divine these days?" And then she mocked, "You?" "Okay, okay, you look sexy. There, I said it. You look so hot tonight that I'm having unusual tingly sensations on the lower part of my body." "Okay, Tyler, you don't have to mention the lower part of your body." "What? I can't even mention my gonads?" "Actually, I am a little curious." I looked down and replied, "So am I." She laughed. "Let's get in the house." She took me by the arm and we made steps to the front porch. I smiled and took the liberties to knock on the door. Almost immediately, a 40-something-year-old woman swung open the door. She had little bags under her eyes, but the hotness was still there. I can imagine she was probably a runner-up for the cover of women's magazines once, but the year probably passed her by. She was an attractive woman, by all means. She had this bubbly personality that tried so hard to win over her guests. She exclaimed, "You must be Tyler." "Hi. I'm Jenna, John's wife. I'm sorry," she went to Megan. "What's your name?" "I'm Megan." "Megan, oh my god, you look so beautiful." "Thank you." "Tyler, is this your girlfriend?" "She can be." I got Megan so just smile on that one. Then Jenna said, "Come inside. Welcome to the Rivera family." She invited us on the marble floor of their home. I took a quick peek left and I noticed a piano and some chimes in another room. Megan was Megan was busy looking upward at the mystique view of the winding stairs and the chiming chandelier. Jenna was too busy walking the hallway in front of us with various paintings manted on the wall. Jenna said to us, "Follow me, the party's this way." We both looked at each other. We knew we had the same communication. The two of us heard slight ambulance of an orchestra in the next room. At first I thought this was on some CD player with the speakers cranked right up. To my surprise, we turned the next room where there was an actual orchestra playing. From the looks of things, everyone at the party dressed up. Men wore in tuxedos that looked like money, and the women tried on their best Renaissance dresses, the ones that blossom on the floor. Then the orchestra squeaked and halted playing. The party in this room stopped their chatter and locked eyes directly at me. Everyone noticed my scrubs. I could tell Megan was embarrassed as she looked away as if she found herself out of a coma and was locked arms with this guy. At that moment, I realized I should have called this one in sick. I thought I would break the silence and announce, "Hi everyone, I'm the guy who just showed up at this party. Next to me is a girl who doesn't know me." Megan nodded and agreed with that one. Then John stepped out of the crowd and asked, "Tyler, what the hell is this? I thought someone told you this was a formal party, not a 9 to 5. You can't wear that ridiculous work outfit you got on." John Rivera, better known as my rich stepbrother. He was a man who used to be a nice guy until he became filthy rich at being a computer expert and working for the top clients in the country. John came from a house of a conniving mother. She would yell up the stairs and say, "John, get your fucking ass down here, you motherfucker, you." Then he would shout, "Coming, Ma!" He would instantly jump out of the uncomfortable cot he slept in and march down with the same clothes he slept with. Waiting for him down the stairs was the angry, disappointed face of his mother. She would say to him, "Look at you," with that frizzled hair and ragged clothes and those ridiculous looking glasses. "If you think you can live here until you're 80 years old, you got another thing coming, you motherfucker, you." "Yes, Ma." He sat at the breakfast table with my dad. My dad just looked at him with a disgust as John devoured a bowl of cereal. Maybe it was how each lick of the spoon required a slurp at each tape. That was probably part of it, but his real beef was John's lifestyle. Then John stopped to look up at his dad. My dad just said in disgust, "You disgust me." Then he said words I wish he'd never said. He said to him, "Why can't you be more like my son, Tyler? He's an honor student and he has ambitions." "You have ambitions, John?" "I want to get into computers," he said as he took a drink of his milk. "You want to get into computers. Have you done anything productive to get into computers?" "I'm reading books." "I don't see you reading," my dad said. Sure enough, he was. Late at night with his flashlight, he was hitting the books and hoping he didn't wake up his bitchy mother. Then one day, in secret, he forked over the $300 to take the test. It was all done by computer and in closed cubicles. Each station equipped headphones and a series of tests under a strict time limit. After the test, he would have to wait in line so the next available representative could tell him his score. He passed, and he celebrated with a few beers at a bar walking distance from his house. Then here he was in a black pinstripe suit. His necktie looked as if it was washed in dotted rainbow colors. His black hair was slicked back with hardened gel. There was no need for his glasses anymore. He took care of that with laser surgery. I replied to him, "I didn't know. I thought it was just a birthday party." He then said to me, "Just a birthday party? I think I have one of my old suits upstairs. It should fit you of your size. Can someone take him to my room and help him with my suit?" My dad walked up like he was a master servant. He replied, "I'll take him up there." "Good. See to it he's nicely dressed. After all, he might need some help." I gave him that look. After being humiliated at work, I certainly didn't need this from him at his daughter's birthday party. I just walked away and followed my dad up the winding stairs. My dad did the honors of tying my tie. From the looks of the mirror, I was being fitted into a funeral suit. It was a very cheap suit compared to what everyone else was wearing at the party. This was probably one of John's suits when he was living with his mother. I finally said to my dad, "I seriously didn't know it was a formal party." "I thought I told you," he said. "It doesn't matter now. What's done is done. The important thing is you're here and you're on your best behavior. John's wife wants to merge our families together." It took them 20-something years to finally make that effort. For years, my brothers and I heard about the holidays they spent together, the family vacations, and visits to the relatives of our family. My dad used to show off photos to us on their Caribbean vacations like we needed to be jealous or something. I don't remember much of those photos. I was around my teens then. However, there was one photo I remembered of John and my dad riding a jet ski. To this day, I don't know why that photo stuck out the most. Then my dad changed the subject and asked, "Who's that girl you came with?" "That's Megan. She's an old friend of mine. We ran into each other at the bar the other day." "I'm going to tell you something from your old man that I never thought I would ever be saying to my son. I've been married to my wife for over 15 years. I can honestly say that she made me a very happy man. Sometimes I pity those who don't experience true love from your best friend. I call my wife my best friend. I just hope that someday before I go to my grave, I die knowing that my son's finally found that person that makes him happy as much as my wife made me. Someone who makes you feel like the person you always wanted to be. I wish that upon you, son." Even though I wanted to tell my dad what a hopeless cause that was, and that the hopes of me finding the right woman was slim to none, I only replied with, "Thanks, Dad." There was too much emotion from my dad to ruin the moment. He smiled and slapped me on the back and said, "Let's go join the party." "We really have to?" "Come on now, his wife makes a lovely cheesecake."